I've had an issue recently with some Swytch bike controllers, not the battery itself, but the actual controller, the silvery box. Now this is a strange kind of controller. It's quite small, quite thin that way, not very long either. It's specifically made for this one. There are new ones to be had, but they're over £100 each. I'll show you some of the issues that I've had with this one, or how I've tested it. So I'm testing between the output phase wires and the incoming battery XT30. Got the meter in continuity mode. Just listen for a beep. So I've got here between, so I see yellow phase wire, positive the battery in, dead short. See if we can show that a bit clearer. Yellow phase, battery positive, dead short. I've asked permission from the owner of this battery to see if we can take this controller apart, but have advised him it's a one-way trip. He's going to incur lots of damage, but it's worth a try, solely for my own curiosity. I'll just show the controller up close, see the numbers on it. So that's a LSW 1542-1-6F, made by this company lsdzs.com. As I said, they're custom made for these Swytch batteries. As expected, this is what I'm greeted with on the inside. There's a grey resin potted. It's not going to come apart by simply digging away the silicone rubber on the end. This is quite soft, that rubbery. I'm trying to push it through because it's glued all the way into the middle probably. I have a couple of plans of attack for this one. The first is to apply some heat. I can't see that working. It's not going to melt, it's not a thermoplastic. It might soften it and loosen it. And plan B would be to cut half the case away. Who's for plan B? I don't see heat working on this, but it's worth about 50 minutes of time, I suppose. And it's the only time you'll see me wearing gloves. You've seen some videos of people getting oil in their hands and going, Fa, grow up. That's not going to work. Not unless you have a lot more heat than I have access to. So, yeah. Plan B. Bit to work with the rotary tool. It's a diamond disc. It's given me this. So, slice there. That's on the MOSFET side. And on the bottom there, so this L shape, I was going to say should come out, may come out, maybe. That was so easy. I just screwdriver underneath it, off it went. So I thought it was just the ends that were covered in resin, obviously not. Completely enveloped. Yeah, there's movement. On one side anyway. Ah, here we go. So these two end bits here. Got some additional glue on the underside, I think. There you go. Released from the box anyway. So, what are these two bits? Any ideas? I thought they were capacitors on the board. Okay. this stuff is just the rubbery stuff, that comes off pretty easily. Let's try and dig into it without breaking anything. This grey silicone, that just peels away. Fingers and thumbs, no tools required. Can show it on the side. I wouldn't go in with a screwdriver, just use your nails if you have any. Yeah, that kind of thing. I've had to resort to a plastic spudger because I haven't got any nails. It does the job fine. But unfortunately for me now, this seems to be a sandwiched PCB. One bottom, one on top. Stops where the capacitor is. So I need to get in the middle of it. There and there. The mosfets are going to be along this aluminium bit here. So I need to get it inside. There's one on there. I'm just wondering what this little module is. Just a 5-volt module, is it? There's an alarm of some kind. Whatever it is or was, it's lost the black wire. Somebody sliced into it. I'm naming any names. If that's all the damage I've caused, it's remarkable. These wires that are embedded in this grey stuff, they can be just pulled up like that. It's like displacing earth. Trying to pull them too hard, they probably will break. Let's try this yellow one. Thumb here. Right, just like that. Then you can pick away at the resin. This stuff is similar to the crumbliest, flakiest chocolates. I seem to have heard that before somewhere. It comes off very easily. I've discharged all of the gates on these MOSFETs. Tested them one by one. No, you can't see that, but you can hear the beep. Seems to be second from the end there, that's shorted. The rest of them show diodes. I like that. So it seems to be one shorted MOSFET. Get it in closer. Get it in closer. It's a second from the left. Which, flipping it round, will be this wee beastie here. So 6 MOSFETs on this. I think these work in parallel. 2 for each phase. But it's that one. It's actually short. They've gone to great lengths to make this tamper-proof. Screw on there. Right, don't argue with that screw on there. Second on the right. You try to take that out, and it fouls on the board. There's a couple of small diodes on there. Doesn't seem to be any way of taking that screw out without taking the board off, piggyback board. And loads of tiny connectors on there, or solder joints. And one big solder joint in the back. I saw somebody talking about positive and negative side MOSFETs, or rather high side and low side. I'm testing from positive here of the battery. See that? Extreme left onto the diode body. That one should be positive, but this one should be nothing. Positive on that one. Should be negative on that one. This is my faulty one, I think. This one should be negative. And that one is also beeping. So both of these are, so maybe it's the short on this causing a short on that. I was struggling with this yesterday, trying to resolve how to get the screws out of there without fouling the board. And I had an epiphany, or for all you atheists out there, a light bulb moment. I was thinking, if I can't get the screw heads out this way towards me, thinking if I loosened all of these screws, I could get this block to move this way, from right to left, and keep the screw heads where they are. By Jove, that might work. So by turning these screws one turn at a time, up the line and back down, I can open up a gap. The screw heads stay in the same place while pushing this block outwards. I used to be a failed toolmaker, for God's sake. I should be able to work these engineering things out. Just by loosening all of those, I think I can now get that screw out over the board. Here we go, good lad. Let's see if I can get this MOSFET out without causing any damage. So that one, these 3 pins there. Try and desolder that. That's the old MOSFET out. It's showing a bit of copper on one pin. As if it's taken half the tracks out with it. Let's see what damage I've done, if at all. See, it's potted everywhere. Getting any light in that. As soon as I tilt, it goes to the shadows. Doesn't look too bad in there. How about the underside? I just flooded that area with solder. Try and get the excess off and see what we have. Just also have a look at this MOSFET. Let's see if there's any numbers on it. It has got, I'll have to tell you what they are. You can actually see that. I'll just show that this MOSFET is shorted. I have discharged the gate on this. So keep from there to there, short from there to there. No, you can't see that, but I will type up the numbers I've seen under the microscope. More than anything else, you can see that the gate there, I think, is taking half of the plating off with it. You see that? It's a pity I haven't come this far Now find it to be irreparable. See the hole on the right hand side has lost its plating. Now I don't know where that gate signal comes from. It's probably on the other side of the board. One that's still potted in resin. If it came from this side, I could just put a little wire there. Damn it. Yeah, there's probably some components underneath that resin there, driving the gate. Oh, that's a shame, haven't got that far. In any case, I've now had to look inside the Swytch controller and shared it with you. If I have managed to repair this, there'll be a part 2. If you don't see a part 2, then I failed. As usual, if that's been interesting or boring, let me know. Thumbs up, thumb down, comments, and a kebab.